What's good? It's Skano. I grew up in an environment where savagery was not only practiced, it was the norm. It was celebrated. And having empathy, compassion, that was deemed a weakness, not a virtue. Society is trash. Most people are selfish, they are takers. And if you are not a savage, you will be crushed. You will be torn apart because people do not respect kind heartedness. They just don't. They don't appreciate it. They don't respect it. They will use it. And civilization as a whole, they say the most successful people, the billionaire oligarchs, the people who sit atop the construct, even our politicians, are borderline, if not flat out, sociopathic. Because in order to reach those levels of success, you would have to lack compassion for the next person. And I believe there's a lot of truth in that. So it's not just in the hood. Actually, there are probably more people, more humane individuals in the ghetto than there are in our government and sitting atop this construct. But you have to be a savage. I'm sorry. That don't mean you have to lack morals, but in the times we live in, and maybe in any time period, you have to be a savage. Because people will use you. They target the good-hearted people, and they will use you up. You have to guard your spirituality, man. And by that I mean, me personally, I really don't have much use for humanity. I avoid people, because I already know, and it's not just the environment I grew up in that put that on full display, that most people will do whatever it takes, stepping on you to get where they trying to go. But just look at our society. Look at the world as it is, ruled by tyranny. So, no, it's not just the hood. It's just society in general. You have to be a savage. You have to be selfish. You have to look out for you first. Because being empathetic, having a big heart, although, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having a good heart, There's nothing wrong with being compassionate to your fellow human being. I respect that. Me personally, I never deemed it a weakness, but the world in general does. So you have to be careful, I've known situations where people just looking out for the next person, doing a good deed, and they say no good deed, goes unpunished, and that's true. Whether it be helping a complete stranger, the people that are just generally good-hearted, a family member, whatever the case may be, and that very person that they extended a helping hand to, destroyed them, literally, took them up out of here for greed, for whatever selfish agenda that, you have to be careful. You have to be a savage. It's a savage world, savage culture. And you don't have to be a savage in order to be successful, but you must protect your spirituality. And to be quite honest, I have become cold. almost indifferent to humanity. Because a majority of humanity, let's be honest, is trash. It is. People don't care about each other. Just users, takers. And if you have a big heart, like I said, they will use that to their advantage. Tyranny, you know, it's the rule of thumb. So, if you're one of them type of people, you know, just generally good-hearted, empathetic, be careful. Be careful who you invite into your life. You know, because it could ultimately be your undoing. Yeah, you got to be a savage in your relationships, you know, and that's something that I learned quite early. You have to look out for you first. First and foremost. You have to be selfish. What can I say? But more so, I just figured out that you just have to cut people off, man. Deal with people at, you know, at the smallest capacity, you know, that it requires you to accomplish your agenda. People get in the way. Relationships get in the way. Your emotions get in the way. Love for other people get in the way. And like I said, that's not to say that you have to be, you know, immoral. But you must control your emotions. And to a large degree, man, you have to be cold. It's a cold world. So, like I said, I respect people that have compassion. But understand that is a dangerous quality. Compassion it's a dangerous virtue. It is. Because there are so many people out here that target that. They hone in on it. It's like they can sense it in you. And like I said, I noticed this very early on in life. You know, being surrounded by savages. It's the good people that die first in this world. The people that have compassion and a sense of empathy for the next person. Those are the people that get targeted. And that's why we live in a world full of savages for the most part. And the people that have, if you're wise, the compassionate people, you learn how to, you know, I wouldn't say live in the shadows, but disguise it. You know, carry yourself with a sense of, you know, coldness and detachment because people hone in on it. And it will be your undoing. So be careful, you know, the good-hearted people. I'm not gonna lie. I'm cold at this point. And I won't say I lack empathy, but I'm definitely very selfish at this point in my life. It's all about me. And if that makes me a bad person, Lord forgive me. Because it's the good people, the compassionate people that get crushed in this society. You will be torn apart by the savages. So disguise your, you know, your empathy. Be careful who you lend it to. No ops left Skano. You already know.